New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Evening Prayers. I'm your host, Reverend Z, and as always, it's my pleasure to be here with you to engage in the sacred art of prayer and to raise our vibrations to the level of the divine. I trust everyone is having a great evening and that we are tapped in, tuned in, and turned on to the vibration of God that allows us to move, create, and have our being. And tonight I want to start off with a heartfelt prayer, if you will. One of our own, Dr. Charlotte Manning, made her transition yesterday, and we here at New Thought Media Network are just sending so much love and light on her way. One of the things she always said is, don't let your past defeat you, let it teach you. And so that's something we really want to lean into tonight a little bit, and let our past teach us and not derail us. And so we send, all manner of love and light to her on her journey, her family. This is her, just so you can see. You'll see who and what. And so we just know that she is on a safe journey, and that we will miss her. And so that leads me to tonight's segue, if you will, into prayer, in that purpose. One of the things that she was keen for her was purpose. What is your purpose? Are you on purpose? And today, more than any other time in history, I would gather, we all need to be on purpose. What is your purpose? Why are we not so much why are we here? Because I think we all know why we're here. We're here to express the creative energy, the love, the light, the divine inspiration of God. And to do that within our own lives and the lives of others. But the real question, I think, is, in terms of purpose, is how do we utilize that energy? How do we display that purpose to others, so we give them permission and we give them a kindling fire for them to step into their purpose as well? Because we know that purpose is like a destination point. It's like a trajectory on a rocket ship, or bearing on a ship, that without it, where it ends up is left to the mind of God alone. And so as we continue to look at purpose, and we continue to figure out how we move. I think the thing that we want to really tap into, I have this quote by Marla Gibbs. Some of you might remember from 227, but she said this. She said, I truly believe that everything we do and everyone that we meet is put in our path for a purpose. There are no accidents. We are all teachers. If we're willing to pay attention to the lessons we learn, trust our positive instinct, and not be afraid to take risks or wait for some miracle to come knocking at our door. Now, that means we have to be an active participant. We have to be engaged in life and engaged in uncovering and relaying our purpose, transmitting our purpose, displaying it, because it's something that we really need to tap into. As she said, there's some instinct involved. There's some awareness that's involved. There's some being grounded that's involved. And, as we, witness one of our giants in this New Thought movement who made her transition, as we showed earlier, her thing, she said, don't let your past defeat you, let it teach you. And so that's where we are right now. We're letting our lives be a teacher to us, to help us define our purpose and to help us understand that without purpose, we are just blowing in the wind. We're just blowing in the wind. And so there's this other saying I want to just flash before we go into prayer, and that is this. When we focus on bringing purpose to our lives, we bring healing and meaning to our relationships, our communities, and our worlds. Now just think about that. When we bring focus to our lives, we begin to create a relationship with everything around us. And we make everyone better. We make everything better. And so that's what we're here to do. That's our purpose. You have to define it. I have to define it for myself. And that's where we begin to do the work. That's where we begin this process of surrendering and awakening to the divine frequency that's always flowing through the air. We just need to tap in. We need to tune the frequency, amp up the connection, turn up the volume. It's always there. We hear it, but sometimes the volume is low because we got too much going on. We're not sure what the purpose is. We're not willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to really be tapped in, tuned in, and turned on. And so with that, I would just like to go into prayer with that idea of purpose and remembrance of Dr. Charlotte and this idea of purpose and knowing that everything is our teacher. Everything is an uncovering of our purpose. And so with that, let's just take a deep breath. And so as we step into the silence, that place where our awareness increases, that place where we allow the frequency of the divine to vibrate at a level that is resonating with our highest purpose, with the songs of our heart, with the gusto of our spirit and soul, knowing that we are here on divine purpose, that we are here as emissaries of the most high intelligence throughout the universe. Because we know that intelligence creates worlds, whether it's the world we see or the microscopic world with going on within our bodies right now, or whether it's in the quantum physics world where things are not even seen, you only see the effects of them. That is the energy that is flowing through each and every one of us. That is the power that we are here representing. And because that power is immense, and because that power is absolute, we too have that power to create an absolute alignment, an absolute assurity with God. And so I know right here, right now, that each and every one of us on this call, and those that may come later or hear it on the recording, right now, we are turning up the volume on our soul. We are increasing the frequency of our lives so that we begin to be examples of God. We begin to be examples of what a life on purpose means. So that we look at everything and everybody that happens in our life as a slight nudge, or sometimes a stiff push towards our purpose. And so with that, I declare right here, right now, that each and every one of us are on mission and on task, that we are allowing ourselves to be more aware and awake and observant in life around us and within us, and that we are waking up to our purpose, that we are no longer fearful of allowing ourselves to be explored and expanded and displayed as to what God has put within each and every one of us. And so I know that as this resonates with you tonight, and we may have some dreams that come about what our purpose is, or some highlights of what we should be doing to activate that purpose. We know that God is always listening, and we know that there are forces within the world, in the universe, that supports that uplifts that. And so we just grab hold to that and say yes. And so right here also, we just send blessings and light upon Dr. Charlotte, knowing that her journey on this end has ended, and her life into eternal spirit has just begun. And that we can look at her with the glimmer in our eye of the actions and the intelligence and the knowledge that she shared, the inspiration that she leaves behind, and the smile that woke up hearts. And so it is in all of that I give thanks. I give thanks to be able to say this prayer for us tonight on purpose, and for Dr. Charlotte on her journey. To be thankful for the opportunity to witness the cycle of life, and to be grateful for all things that passed our way, whether they're comfortable or uncomfortable. We know that it all leads, as Marla Gibbs said, to an increase in understanding, to an increase in knowledge. And so we give thanks. And so with that, I just release this into a law that is perfect, to a law that is activated always and turns things into manifestations. And so with that, I give thanks, I release, I let go, and I know that it is so. And so it is. Amen. And so I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. It is a wonderful night to be alive, as they say. And we want to make sure that there's anyone in need of prayer for a person, place, thing, or situation, whether it's a celebration or an upliftment or healing. Please send your prayer to prayer@ntmedia.org, and the prayer team will begin to send some divine energy, light, love, and healing toward that thing, person, place, situation, does not matter. We know that here prayer works. There's power in the spoken word. There's a vibrational tone that happens when we do that out loud, and that's what we're here to do. And so also, we continue to thank you for your support. Please send your support to ntmedia.org. Click on the donate button, and we will lovingly and graciously accept your tithes and gifts. And so we want to thank everyone who's online and sending out their prayers to Dr. Charlotte. And we just know that all of our hearts are open wide, and we feel a little something that is missing. And so with that, I will bid everyone a farewell, knowing that we are safe, sound, and in the hands of the divine. And so it is. Amen.